Hi everyone. Hello everyone. Welcome to Friday's live show. That shows here, that highlight also shows here. That's great. Okay, so guys, welcome everyone to Friday's live show. If you're watching us on TikTok, please help us in double tapping the screen. We are looking for at least 50 viewers. I've got few watching us on TikTok. Please, we are so start posting your questions in the comment box. Most of the questions will be answered on our YouTube or on Facebook. So please bring all the questions there. However, if we don't get any questions on those platforms, we will continue answering your questions here. But quickly, first help me in sharing this live. And if you guys are able to hear our voice clearly, give us a thumbs up, so we know that you are able to listen to our voice properly. Because we are using different devices today, and on Wednesday's live show as well, we had some issues with the voices. So there are a few things that we want to share today. So subclass 462 visa, which is a working holiday visa. Now, Indian passport holders are also eligible. There are going to be only 1,000 places, and it is going to start from 16th of September. So there are some more other eligibility criteria Indian passport holders would need to meet, which includes age as well as English. We are going to make a separate video. So this 462 visa is going to come through a ballot process. In very simple words, I would say it's a lottery process. So it is a kind of lottery. So first you have to register your interest on Department of Home Affairs website on IMI account, and once your profile is selected through that ballot process, which will happen on certain days, the department, I'm going to make a separate video on that, explaining that in detail. So that's a great news. There are lots of most of the states are open except New South Wales and Queensland. New South Wales has announced or given some indication about their criteria. So Queensland has also given some indication about their criteria. We don't have all those details yet. We will wait for the states to open because they are not taking the state nomination applications as yet. However, you should all get ready. And if you have to discuss it with your agent, please do so. So you get ready when the portals open, you are able to lodge the state nomination applications. Lots of people are asking about rounds from Western Australia. So guys, Western Australia is conducting rounds every month. We haven't heard back for this month's round, but we believe there would be a round in this month and next month as well. Similarly, audio is not working. Just give me 1 second. Just 1 second. Please give us a second. So on TikTok, our audio is not working. Just give us a second. Yeah, it's not working. That's okay. So we will just stop here. So what I'll do, I'll just use the phone and you can see the screen here. So guys, we are having some technical issue on our TikTok. So I'm just using another device to go live. So just bear with me. Can you help me sharing that again? All right, so I'll continue answering your questions on YouTube while we gain some more audience on TikTok. If you guys are able to hear me properly on TikTok now, please give me a thumbs up. So please give me some time. Let me get organized a little bit, and I'll start answering your questions. So please hold on with, just stay with me. All right, so I'm going to start answering questions that are available on YouTube. So we've got a question coming from San. Is there any hope for RNNEC working in the same field? 70 points for 190 in Victoria, skilled partner, and 7.5 in IELTS. So again, San, I really can't say much about like RNs in Victoria, because it seems that the states, when they have a limited allocation, they want the nurses to be invited for 189. And we had a round for 189, but most of the nurses who got invited, they were on 80 or higher points. So my recommendation to anyone, if you are a nurse, if you have NEC skills assessment, if you're able to get another skills assessment, if you have, say, aged care or emergency or critical care or any other nurse experience gained at least 3 months, then you can also get another skills assessment, and it might increase your chances of getting invited. I hope that helps. Okay, so guys, start posting your question in the comment box. We are having some technical issues on TikTok. If you guys are able to hear me, if you're watching me live on TikTok, if you guys are able to hear me, please give us a thumbs up. No, that's okay. They can hear. I don't want to start. All right, so I've got a question from Jitin Anitha Ravindran. Sir, I'm offshore telecommunication field engineer, 313212. Single, proficient English. So do I have any chance for subclass 491 in Victoria? And Jitin, you have, I'm not sure how many points you have, but if you are sitting offshore, my recommendation to you would be to apply for every and each state, okay, and continue working with your points. Keep increasing your points. Higher points will increase your chances to get invited. For those who are watching us live on TikTok, guys, we are taking all the questions on YouTube today. If there are no questions on YouTube, then we will come back to you and answer questions on TikTok as well. But for now, please bring all the questions on YouTube. Our YouTube channel name is Australian Visa Matters, and please continue to hit that double taps on the screen. So we want to see a lot of people and lots of questions coming. So again, I think Jitin, I have already done recommendations to you. Now, Gurveer is saying 80 points, welfare worker, Victoria, 190, salary 75 per annum, master in social work. Any chances? Again, Gurveer, I know you are concerned. So again, because health as well as social assistance, all these occupations, they have been invited in previous round, but the cutoff goes very high. Number one. So please wait for another round. If your current visa is valid for another few months, it is worth waiting. But if your visa is running out in next 2 or 3 months, it would be highly recommended to think about moving to regional Victoria and be eligible for 491. Okay, so at least you secure one or the other visa. Okay. Rikesh Fuel, how is in Melbourne in EN? Again, ENs are not in high priority in Melbourne at this stage. Not many ENs are invited. So if you are an EN, I would recommend you to think about moving to regional Victoria and target 491 instead of 190. So what's news for 417 visa? So I think you are talking of 462 visa. There is a working holiday visa announcement for Indian passport holders. So this process, they would be selected to invite for visa application on the basis of a ballot process. So this is starting from 16th of September. There are going to be 1,000 places. There are certain other eligibility criteria for that meeting, for that working holiday visa for Indian passport holders. We're going to make a separate video on this, so please bear with us. Okay. So mainly your age has to be before 30. You must be graduate from a certain university, a minimum for 2 years at bachelor level or higher. And then you should have certain level of English, and you should do a ballot. You should register for a ballot through your EMI account. And if you're selected, if your ballot is selected, then you can apply and lodge visa. That is working holiday visa for Indian passport holders. It is going to be subclass of 462. Okay. Guys, we are trying our best to answer everyone's question. If you guys are watching us live for the first time, if you have not subscribed to our channel or followed our channel, please do it now. My name is Mahinder Singh, and I'm a registered migration agent, and I'm being assisted by Mr.
Manjot.
And Manjot and me, we both work under the same company or under the same umbrella. So if you need any assistance, you can reach out to us on 0452169200. Call us or send us a message on WhatsApp. Or you can also simply head to our website and book appointment from there. Our website is www.eems.com.au.
Yeah. So we deal with all sort of visas, tourist visas, visitor visas related to Australia, and PR visas, AAT matters, and admission process in Australia
as well. So if you have any migration related matter, whether it is general skilled migration, skills assessment, employer sponsored visa, you can
partner
visas, you can reach out to us. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get these calls. Yeah, so it is not diverted. So guys, if you call me now, I may not be able to pick your call. So send us a message on WhatsApp, and our team will get back to you. Just give me 1 sec while I organize the WhatsApp. Okay, so lots of questions are coming on YouTube. We are trying our best to answer everyone's question. Everyone who is watching us live on TikTok, please bring your questions to YouTube. Please bring all the questions to YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Australian Visa Matters. Okay, so so this question is, I think, on YouTube. 491 for enrolled nurse, South Australia graduate, full-time experience, 70 points, visa expiring in December. So Nepali Gaming, I think your profile is good enough for invitation from South Australia. So you just need to wait. Unfortunately, South Australia has not written on their website in this financial year that they are going to prioritize those whose visa is running out. However, we have seen people getting invites if their visa is running out soon. So they may be dealing with application as they come. So if your visa is expiring in December, you expect something to happen on your application maybe in 1 or 2 months from today. Okay, there's nothing much you can do about it. The only thing that you can do is to continue working on your English. So if your English is just at proficient level, you can continue working on superior English. That could be one thing that can enhance your chances. Apart from that, all the best to you. Ishan Sharma is asking, sir, ICT business analyst or
civil engineer?
Yes, civil and draft person.
Invites today from Western Australia.
So Western Australia's data is not available with me. I know they conducted a round today. I'm not aware of it yet. We didn't have many clients in Western Australia, so none of our clients from Western Australia had that invite. But generally, Western Australia publish their round statistics on their website. Hopefully, they will be updated by tomorrow. I'm not sure if they're updated even today. Just give me 1 sec. Let me have a quick look. So they generally publish all that information on their website.
So there was a link over there. Just do it back.
Go back.
Yes, please. Yes, there it is.
So I think that's not the latest one. Yeah, that's 2023. That's old one. So just give me one. Just bear with me, guys, while I do that necessary searching. We generally publish it here. I think the data hasn't come yet, or I'm not able to find it as yet, but definitely it will come here. So I'm not able to find the data as yet, but I will definitely make a video on that. Generally, they publish that information on their website. I can't see it as of now, but definitely will make a video on that. All right, so we will continue to answer questions on YouTube. So everyone who is watching us on TikTok, please bring all the questions on YouTube, guys. Okay, so I've got a question coming from, you guys guided us in the last live chat. I would like to thank you for responding quickly. Happy to inform that we got invitation from Victoria in 15 days after submitting ROI. Thanks again. Thank you very much. That's a compliment for us. That's why we do these live shows.
Shruti,
what was your scenario? Yes. Can you please mind sharing? Would you mind sharing it?
So what did we advise to you?
Yeah. So what is generally? I think it was I asked them to move to regional Victoria, maybe something like that. I'm not sure. So Shruti, would you mind sharing what was your scenario? APE signed mechanic 90 points for 189 and 95 points for New South Wales 190. So mechanic. So if it is a mechanical engineer or is it automotive mechanic? So New South Wales are still to announce their criteria. They have announced the criteria, but they're not open yet. They might bring some more details once they open. So please wait until that time.
Nisha, what about Bachelor of Community Service?
So Nisha, Bachelor of Community Service, if you have done a degree from accredited institution, which is accredited from ACWA, you can get a skills assessment after completing Bachelor of Community Service degree. Just on the basis of your degree, if you have done placements at appropriate skill level appropriately. And Bachelor of Community Service, the career outcomes are community worker or youth worker. There are 3, 4, 5 different occupations you can get skills assessment in. Mostly community worker. And community worker is in short-term list, so that means you can do subclass 190 as well as 491 visa. It is not eligible for subclass 189 visa.
Someone is saying from TikTok, Mafia Madina, now the student like that.
Manjot is always assisting me, so that's why I do a lot of talking. I love talking. Manjot is always assisting me in picking up the right comments. So,
Mafia Mundir.
Mafia Mundir, Manjot student visa te nahi ho pakka. All right. So next one. Next question is, what about Bachelor of Community Service? I think Nisha, I have answered your question. AP is saying motor mechanic at 90 points for 189 and 95 for New South Wales. Any chances? I think that is addressed as well. Next question is from Indumati Narayan. Hi, what about 491 and 190 for graphic designer with 75 points, 85 points respectively? What are the chances of visa? So Indumati, I'm not sure you are offshore or you're onshore. If you are offshore as a graphic designer, I believe there would be a lot of people on higher points than you. If you are onshore, having a job in your own occupation is going to be critical. Not only just the job, but getting a good package is going to be critical, and continue working for improving your points. At the moment, you have 75 and 85 respectively, because generally IT related occupations go at very, very high points, close to 90, 95, and even more than that. So these are some of the recommendations from my side. Okay, most of the questions are coming repeatedly.
So we are getting more questions on the YouTube. So guys, those are watching us on TikTok, please head to our YouTube channel. So name of our YouTube channel is Australian Visa Matters.
Australian Visa Matters.
We are answering the questions on YouTube
today. All right. So Nisha, I will finish in 2025. Nisha, if you finish Bachelor of Community Service in 2025, then I would recommend you, before you're about to finish your course, 2 or 3 months before, please seek professional help. You can also speak to us and book appointment to discuss your future pathways. It is important. Time is the key, guys. When you're looking to get PR in Australia, it is all about time. Okay, and it is all about planning.
And there is one more update regarding those people who are finishing their degree in 1 or 2 months. Please do your PTE or English exam as soon as possible, because I believe that your English exam may be expired as you done for the student visa. So do it as soon as possible to apply for the temporary residence. That's a 485 visa.
D is saying on TikTok he got invited for 491 as a hotel or motel manager. All the best, D. I'm not sure, D, are you the same person I sent message yesterday or not? There's another D who does lots of videos about PTE. I'm not sure it is the same person or not, but the name is same. So if you got invited, all the best. Congratulations to you. Please also, guys, help others. Please share. If you got invited from Western Australia, please type in the comment box what was your occupation and what points you got invited at. Okay, it is important. Let's help each other. Harvinder Singh keh rahe Anna ki Harvinder,
I use my 2 years experience, which I claim for a 482 use for 189 or 190 882 claim experience?
Absolutely, क्यों नहीं? Why not? If you have used 2 years of work experience for 482, you can also claim the same work experience for 189 and 190.
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਊਟ ਹੈ ਆਪਦੇ ਉਸ ਐਕਸਪੀਰੀਅੰਸ ਤੇ? ਇਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਹੈ।
ਹਾਂ, ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟ ਘੱਟ ਹਨ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਊਟ ਹੈ? ਬਸ
ਨਹੀਂ, ਮੁਝੇ 482 ਮਿਲਿਆ।
ਅਗਲੇ
ਨਹੀਂ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛ ਰਹੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਊਟ ਹੈ। ਜੇ 482 ਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਡਾਊਟ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਜੇਕਰ ਕਲੀਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, you can book consultation with me and we can look into that in detail. Shruti is asking developer programmer. We are asking if we should move to Sydney. Shruti, I need to know full story. I'm not sure where you guys are currently located and where you want to move, and what are your capabilities of either finding a job or level of English. We need to all that before we are able to comment anything on it. I will finish my Bachelor of Community Service. And Nisha, you're asking the same question again and again. I think I have addressed that question already. MBA IT student and wants to change my course in which I can get PR. Which course you will suggest? So Sana Kadim, please send us a message on WhatsApp right away. +61 452 169 200. Guys, if you're looking to discuss changing your course, we do not just give you advice, do this and do that. We need to know your profile, your level of English, your potential, your previous qualification, your current visa, and your current location, your family situation, your affordability. We need to know all those things. So please simply send us a message on WhatsApp if you want to change course, if you want to discuss course change. Remember, guys, I have to say this to everyone. There are thousands of students who come to study a master's in business administration course. Generally, master's in business administration does not lead you to any cut and dry career and skills assessment. If you are studying MBA course, think about moving to trade on your 485 visa, and you can also start the trade courses sometimes parallelly too, depending on what course it is. And we've got really good trade courses that can help you manage your visa pathways in 1 to 2 years. So reach out to us if you just want to discuss a course change. Simply head to our website. Just send us a message on WhatsApp +61 452 169 200. And if you want to discuss your profile with us, then simply head to our website and book appointment.
So our phone numbers are given on our TikTok profile and on our YouTube profile as well.
Okay. Nisha is asking again the same question. Please, guys, don't ask the same question again and again. We really want to be very efficient with time. We'll try to answer each and every question. But if you ask the same question again and again, no one is helping. It's not helping us or not helping others. Songai is asking, my TR visa is till December 2025. Can I study teacher aid and try for sponsor? Do I have enough time? So Songai, look, I would say, do you have enough time? If your visa is expiring in December, you have almost say 15 or 16 months. Okay. There are certain courses that you can complete within 1 year as well. Okay. But we need to know your full story. So in your case, you may also have some work experience from offshore and qualification, which can help you in skills assessment. We don't know. My recommendation to you would be to book consultation so I can make that assessment.
Yeah, this is the best time to talk with someone who can guide you because you have more than 1 year.
Yeah, so you have more than 1 year, but we need to know this is the time for you to seek help from an honest, ethical, and professional and transparent migration agent who can assess your profile and guide you in the right direction. Okay, remember, guys, I can see so many people on TikTok these days. Not everyone is a registered migration agent, number one. And you also need to understand another thing, that the advice that you get on live shows or on videos and stuff on social media is not specific, okay, to your circumstances. It is just generic information. So if you want to discuss your profile in detail and want to create a PR pathway, please head to our website and book appointment. So I'll give you half an hour to 45 minutes to discuss all those things. So Harvinder, I think your question is answered already.
You asked your advice if we should move to Sydney, as my job demanded me to move, but since you confirmed we didn't move.
So I'm not sure, Shruti. I really cannot. If you have already booked a consultation with me in the past, then please give us a call so I can have a look at your previous scenario. Remember, we deal in lots of clients at any given moment of time. So if you call me, unless I have spoken to you in the past and I have made notes about our discussion, only then I know your profile. Otherwise, we have to start from zero. So please give us a call if you have done a consultation with me. I generally do 2 or 3 minutes follow-up call. No problems with that at all. No cost.
Yeah.
Okay. So please give us a call if you have booked appointment with me in the past. If you haven't booked the appointment, then this is the time to discuss and book it now.
No, Shruti, I think Shruti was saying that that you give advice, and then I think she got the invite. So she was saying that she was saying.
Oh, yeah, Shruti, you were saying, okay,
even
we asked
we-
your
even
advice.
Even still, we haven't got the full details from you. That
That's it.
what's the full scenario?
So Shruti,
So-
I would love to hear your story. This is a story of TikTok or live shows. You know, you
maybe,
follow that
maybe consultation.
consultation. I'm not sure. I would love to hear. So if you can send us a message on WhatsApp, I'll be probably you can write a lot of information there. It would be easier for me to understand what was your scenario and how you were helped from our live shows. Umar Ali,
Would you
yeah.
please tell me what about welder as well as 80 points?
So welder, if you're currently working in your own occupation, you should be invited sooner or later. I'm not sure what is your current visa and how long your current visa is valid for. But if you have some time, all the best to you. You should be invited. PT tips and tricks, civil drafts person, 80 points, 190 any chance, living in Western Australia, also 491 for 90 points. So all the best to you. I really don't say much about civil drafts person because we don't have many clients.
Because according to current scenario, civil draft person is kind of is like a PT tips and tricks.
Yeah. So
It is also a trick.
Yeah, it is also a kind of trick. A lot of people got tricked lately. Ramna Brar is asking, what about Baker with 85 points on Victor 491? So look, 491 has two different pathways for regional. First one is pathway 1. You can make direct state nomination application if your occupation happen to be in New South Wales, that 491 list, which is going to come in the first week of October. And if you're working with the same employer for past 6 months and making Tismet salary, even if you're making less than that, that's fine as well. So please wait for that criteria to come out. You may be directly eligible to apply for 491 state nomination application in New South Wales. When is essay conducting round for onshore candidates and chances for 190 with 85 points in essay, motor mechanic with 2.5 years of experience? So Jaspal, motor mechanic is fine, 2.5 years of experience is fine, but if your salary is, if someone is working, if someone has 2.5 years of experience, I would expect them to be working at 70K or higher. If your salary is on lower side, say 53, 54, even 55, they may not select your profile. And that is the thing that we are noticing with essay migration as well. Okay, so keep working on those, improving your salary. Prakash Pansuria is saying, hi sir, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. You are doing a great job. I appreciate. Thanks. All the best. No problems. Thank you very much for your compliments, guys. The purpose of these live shows is to reach those who are sitting at their comfort. They think, oh, they can't afford the migration agent fees, or they can't. They have become gloomy because they are not achieving their goals. They're nowhere close to PR. With these live shows, we are able to reach out to many vulnerable international students, and we have been able to fix their pathway. So if you are someone who is watching my live right now, if you think that there is no option, remember guys, unless you speak to an honest, ethical and transparent migration agent, you will not find those options. So please book appointment with me. We charge $99 for half an hour to 45 minutes consultation, and that could be a game changer for you. Okay, remember guys, we are here to help, but first you need to help yourself. Okay. Inspire is asking civil drafts person at 80 points, 190 living in Western Australia, any chance, or 190 points for 491. Again, what should I say about civil drafts person? What do you say? Look, civil drafts person can be invited.
If you have done a civil draft person course and you are working in your nominated occupation,
you always have chances.
And you have a good salary, then you have a better chances to get any invite, maybe 190 or 491.
And also from the 23rd of November 2024, work experience requirements for subclass 482 visa are going to be just 1 year. Okay, this is just the announcement. Hopefully that happens. And if nothing, if you don't get invited, but if you have 1 year of full-time work experience, you can also go in the pathway of employer-sponsored visas. Okay, or even training visas, whichever you are eligible for. Yeah,
we generally say if anyone is working in any occupation and have a good salary, so those persons have a good chances of getting invites.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Guys, if you're watching us live on TikTok, okay, please bring all your questions on YouTube. Our YouTube channel name is Australian Visa Matters. Can you please read?
Yes. What about
Kashish Trivedi?
Kashish Trivedi? What about RN working in a field from last 7 months as a graduate? 70 points. What are the chances of 119 as say this in this financial year?
So Kashish Trivedi, if you have not discussed with a registered migration so far, a registered migration agent so far, this is the time to do so. Okay, it makes a huge difference. Last live show, another RN like you watched us live, and she came to see me a couple of days ago, and we have suggested her few changes, and hopefully we can secure her invite. So if you are already connected with a migration agent, but you think that you're not getting that right advice or right help at this stage, which is a critical time in your career, then you can book appointment with me and I would be happy to assist. We need to know more things before we are able to suggest anything. Okay, you can do so by visiting my website at www.ems.com.au. Remember, guys, you can always do better than where you are at this stage. Okay, you can always do better than where you are. There are always there is always a room for improvement. There's always a room for improvement. Okay, yes. So मियां अब्दुल्ला सर स्टूडेंट वीजा एक्सटेंशन के लिए बैंक स्टेटमेंट चाहिए, विदाउट बैंक स्टेटमेंट के वीजा चांसेस नहीं आते. मियां अब्दुल्ला, अभी क्या चक्कर है कि आजकल ज्यादातर जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं वो लेवल 2 में है, कंट्री ऑफ पासपोर्ट और असेसमेंट लेवल 2 में है. अगर लेवल 2 में कंट्री ऑफ पासपोर्ट और असेसमेंट लेवल अगर लेवल 2 में है तो आपको बैंक स्टेटमेंट और पीटी या इंग्लिश चाहिए. अगर आप नहीं लगाओगे तो आपका वीजा रिफ्यूज हो जाएगा. I've got Chimi Dema. I'm currently enrolled in MSc Counseling in Western Australia. Any pathways for PR? Chimi, I think last time as well you asked the same question. I mentioned that there are certain occupations in the counseling related field which can help you to achieve PR pathway or at least skills assessment, but you would be required to have at least 12 months of work experience. Okay, it would be worth getting your profile assessed through a registered migration agent. I'm not sure, but you may have some qualification and work experience from back home country too, which can help you to get skills assessment too. Okay, so if you feel free to book appointment with me, and I would be happy to assist you. Okay, so
Same.
Small business visa Perth. There is no small business in Perth. There's no pathway for business in Perth. There is one pathway, small business in Queensland, but there is nothing like that in Perth. Umar Ali, sir, would you please tell me about welder as well at 80 points? So Umar, I think I've already mentioned you'll sooner or later you'll get your invite. Motivation point. Can you please help me?
So 100 points for SA, 4-in-1 as an accountant. What are the chances? Queensland graduate but working in SA since last 1.5 years in a nominated occupation.
I think you should get invited for 4-in-1 from South Australia. So I'm not sure how long your current visa is valid for, but there are chances you can get invited from South Australia because South Australia also invites accountants.
And how much you are earning.
Yeah, and also it is important to understand that South Australia also pays attention to your salaries.
Thank you. You're welcome. Ramna Brad, what about the New South Wales regional with 85 points for it?
That's already addressed. Yeah.
So Sham Rider, what about mechanical engineer? 180 points and backlog, please.
So mechanical engineer at 80 points is not competitive. Think about 90 or 95 points. That's all I would suggest.
So professional, in most of the professional occupation, points are higher
on the higher side.
Yeah, that sector.
Suraj Shrestha.
ECT 65 points, living in a New South Wales, working in the same occupation as well. What's the chance for 190, sir?
So Suraj, at 65 points, you are not very competitive in terms of your points. If I look at for 189.
Are you working? Yes, working.
Yes. So if you're working, I would recommend you to think about moving to regional New South Wales with a job in hand. And for 189, continue improving your points. 65 points are absolute minimum. Even though your occupation is in high demand, but yes, there are lots of people sitting at those many points as well. I can show you on my screen here. I feel so sorry for all of our TikTok followers. We are answering all the questions on YouTube and on Facebook. So please head to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel name is Australian Visa Matters, and we are sharing the screen there. We are showing the question to everyone, and we are answering your questions. Okay, guys, if you're watching our live for the first time, this is the time for you guys to hit that follow button. If you haven't done so far, if you're watching us live on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're on Facebook, please follow us. No matter what platform you're watching us, please follow us. Okay, so I'm going to show this early childhood teacher, pre-primary school teacher EOI data. So just give me 1 sec. I'm just sharing my screen with you guys. Here we go. So if you pay attention to my screen here, early childhood pre-primary teachers, if I look at backlog and if I select New South Wales, currently in New South Wales for 190, we have over 1,000 people registered, or 1,000 people, 1,000 applicants have ticked 190 in New South Wales in this occupation. Okay. For 491, we have 205 only. Okay. So 1,000 for 190 and 205 only for 491. If you look at 65 points, there are, if you look at total number of EOIs for 189 as early childhood teacher, we have 2,735. Okay, so yes, this occupation is in high demand, but at the same time, you also need to understand that lots of EOIs are already in the system. Okay, so there is some degree of competition. So please weigh your options. Look at your current visa, how long your current visa is valid for, how long you can wait, right? These are some of those questions you need to ask yourself. All right, so I've got so many questions coming, and some questions are just follow-up questions too. We will try to answer everyone's question. Mohan Ghimir is asking, if you are 2 months short for 3 years of experience, can you still do 186? I think your question was about 186. I don't think you can. Okay, it all comes down to that timeline, because it's time of the application criteria. So when you lodge your 186 application, at that time you should have 3 years of full-time work experience. Okay, so many questions have come up, guys. So I'm going to answer, and I'm going to try my best to answer everyone's question. So I'm answering this Mohit Naharwal's question. Any chances for chef with 85 points with skilled partner, 60 per annum, more than 2 years of experience? Which state? Number one. Okay, your salary is definitely on the lower side for 2 years, for a chef of 2 years of experience. So state is important. Your points seem to be fine. Your salary seems to be slightly on the lower side. I also need to know the state. So if you are in Victoria, I would recommend you to move to regional Victoria and target 491. 190 is not probably possible for chefs in Victoria, given the competition they have. If you are in South Australia, again, South Australia, your points are fine, but your salary seems to be on the lower side, even though South Australia has not mentioned on their website that they're going to give preference to higher salary. But this is my observation. When there's a lot of competition, they also have to select the EOIs basis on certain criteria, which could just be internal, not published on their website. Okay, so higher salary. Remember, guys, the purpose of migration is economic. So if you're making good salary, or if you're making good money, that means you're very productive for your for the business you're working for, and you're also paying higher taxes too. Okay, so your chances are relatively higher as compared to someone who has a relatively lower salary. Rashmina Khanal is asking, I have 100 points in biomedical engineering. Is there any chance of getting invitation from ACT? Current visa is expiring in October, but already applied for student visa. So Rashmina Khanal, I have 100 points. So you are you talking of EUI points? You have 100 points. EUI points, are they EUI points? If they are EUI points, then I think those points are very, very high. But if you're talking of Canberra matrix points, they are on lower side. So I'm not sure which points they are, whether they are EUI points or they are Canberra matrix points.
Any chance for chef with 85 points with skilled partner?
Mohit Narwal, if you are in, sorry, yeah, which one was it? Oh yeah, so Mohit Narwal, if you are in Victoria, I know your follow-up message was in Victoria. So think about moving to regional Victoria with job in hand and also target 491. Remember guys, beggars are not choosers. You may feel very bad about this, but you can't choose which visa you want to get. If your visa is expiring soon, any 491, any visa is better than student visa and employer sponsored visa. If you are able to achieve your visa independently by yourself in the most cost effective way and without any complications to yourself and your employment, 491 is better than employer sponsored visa, especially when your employer is doing hanky panky. So secure 491 first. Remember guys, when you secure your 491 invite and if you lodge your 491 visa, current processing time for 491 are 2 years almost. Okay, during those 2 years you continue to become eligible for 190 as well as 189. So first secure one thing and then go, target your either 189 or 190 later. I completed certificate 3 in Bricklane in Western Australia. Should I do job ready or go for another course? Jabad Makin, this is a very, very good question. Your occupation is pretty good. You need to understand your visa scenario. Only then you can make that decision. So I would recommend you to please book appointment with me or any migration agent whom you think is honest, ethical, and transparent, who can guide you in the right direction. So if you want to discuss with me, you can simply head to my website at www.ems.com.au and book appointment from there. Okay, guys. For those who are new to our live shows, I would love to introduce myself to all of you. My name is Mahinder Singh, and I'm a registered migration agent. And I'll let Manjot
Australia.
Yeah.
And my name is Manjot Singh, and I'm education counselor at Endeavour Education and Migration Service. And we both offer services of Australian visas, in which we include parent visas, tourist visas, student visa, partner visa, skilled migration, permanent residency pathway visas, employer sponsored visas, and AET matters.
So if you have any question, if you want to discuss your profile, simply head to our website and book appointment from there. There are multiple slots available for morning, evening. You can select to discuss over the phone. You can select online. So if you do it online, we catch up on Zoom and we can share screens. And if you just want to come to our office, you can do so as well. But please always let us know if you book a consultation that you're going to see in person. If you're based in Adelaide, South Australia, you can come and see us in person as well. We do. You may have to wait sometimes, but on-the-spot consultation is also available. Okay, so if you are looking for admission into PR-related courses, or if you are someone and course change, and if you are someone who is about to finish your studies, so if you are about to finish your studies, this is the high time to discuss with your registered migration agent. So for those who are looking to apply for 485 visa, we do include one consultation for PR as well as in the quotation for 485 visa. It doesn't cost you fortune, but this will give you opportunity to plan your next 1 or 2 years, because at the time of completion of your degree, this is a critical time, we believe. If you speak to a migration agent at that stage, you can plan out next 1 to 2 years and make your PR pathways. If you lose this time, later on, sometimes people become way too late. Okay, so please book appointment with a registered migration agent who can assist you clearing out your PR pathways. Okay, Fahad is asking, hi sir, offshore production and plant engineer. at 189 90 points, 190 90 points. I have superior English, 5+ years of experience, age less than 30 years, Nati single, any chance for no. So Fahad Riyasat, your points are pretty good. 90 points as a production and plant engineer for 189 are pretty good. You may just have to wait, maybe this financial year or maybe next financial year. If you have any room for you to improve your points, I'm not sure where you can do so, because you have done Nati, you are single, and you've got 30 years, your age points are maximum. You've got superior English as well. I don't think there's any room for you to improve the points.
No. From offshore, I think it is.
Yeah. So you're full.
These are 100%.
Yeah. So
I hope so.
You have claimed all the points, unless your experience could be claimed for 8+ years, you'll get 5 more points. But all the best to you. You are sitting on the top tier. I believe you'll get invite, if not this financial year, maybe next financial year. Remember, guys, migration is a little bit slow this financial year. It was a bit slow last financial year as well, and it may increase, but not to the large extent next financial year. But if your points are 80, 90 for 189, there are very high chances one or the other state may accept you. Okay, all the best, Fahad. Viraj Jatain, sir, please show EY data ambulance officer. Okay, I can have a quick look at ambulance officer. I believe there won't be many people as ambulance officers. So let's have a look at the ambulance officer, guys. Ambulance officer, how many people? Ambulance officer. Not a lot of people, less than 20 everywhere. I'm not sure which state you are located. Which state are you located? Viraj, please type which state are you located. If you're onshore or offshore, whether you are onshore or offshore, if you're currently working in your own occupation, there are very high chances of you being accepted, and for 190 or 491. Sanish Thapa, hi sir, 70 points for chef eligible to lodge EY for Queensland. We don't know yet. Queensland is not open, Sanish. Okay, so Queensland has not opened yet. When they open, we will know more about it. Okay, I think they are going to put 6 months of work experience requirement and 6 months of stay. This is just an indication, but we'll wait for Queensland to announce their criteria and open for state nomination applications.
Sarah and Fahim Limited Edition. Hi sir, I'm from offshore and working on ICT security specialist and I've applied for EY with 65 points. What are the success rate? So
Sarah Fahim Limited Edition, I think you have very, very limited chances because 65 points in IT are absolute minimum. Okay, so I would recommend from offshore, you won't be eligible for, for 189 or 190 or 491 because of your low points. But if you have great skills, please explore your options in employer-sponsored visa category. If you have good skills in ICT, as an ICT security specialist, you can probably look for some employer-sponsored visas. And a lot of IT people with very good skills, they come to Australia on 482 employer-sponsored visa. Unfortunately, we can't help you to find the employer. However, there are pretty good chances for you to find one. Okay. All right, so continue posting your questions, guys. I am just going to remove my background photo there. Yeah, it's good. All right, so next question. So many questions are coming today, and I'm happy that. Okay, I may have to take this call, guys. Can you please?
Yes. Sanjay Gupta, Sarah and Fahim. Yes, Fahim. I think we already answered for this question. So Sanjay Gupta is saying, hi sir, what are the chances of community worker in NSW or should I move to Western Australia? So Sanjay Gupta, what are the chances of community worker? Are you working as a community worker in New South Wales? And in which area? In New South Wales regional or metropolitan area? Yes, please.
Sorry, guys, I had to take this call and I'm live on the cell phone. Just give me 1 second. Let me get in. There we go.
And Sanjay Gupta with 80 points. So Sanjay Gupta is saying that what are the chances of community worker in New South Wales, or should I move to Western Australia? So I asked them if they are working in the New South Wales regional or in the metropolitan area.
So look, anyone who is currently located in New South Wales, if you are on lower points and if your occupation is not in priority, think about moving to regional New South Wales. Okay, in regional New South Wales, we have direct pathways for state nomination for 190. For 491 under pathway 1, and we also have pathway 3 coming up as well. So pathway 3 is only for regional New South Wales graduates, but especially pathway 1 could be something that you can target, which is a direct state nomination application if you find job in regional New South Wales. Okay.
So Nagesh Gurudwar, working in outer regional SA for last 8 months, 30 hours per week as an accountant. What are the chances? The 2 hours.
So
are you working in your nominated occupation or?
Yeah, I think he's working as an accountant.
As an accountant, yes.
Look, you may get invited. I'm not sure how long your current visa is valid for, Nagesh. And what is your average salary? That is also important. And if you have superior English or not. Okay, these are very, very important points. And also, they are also looking at. Remember, guys, when it is when the state when they have a limited number of places and a lot of people are looking for nomination. Then they really pay a lot of attention to many different factors. Okay, so those factors may include your superior English, may include your salary, and it can also include your what kind of employer you have. Is it a bigger company? Okay, and whether you are genuinely working, because we have seen a lot of people just create some positions for the purpose of nomination. And these state nominating bodies, they are aware of them. They can easily figure out whether this is a genuine, legitimate job or it is created for the purpose of creating the work experience. So even if you go in that path, you also need to make sure that you don't just absolutely meet minimum criteria. You need to make sure that you maximize your chances by having good salary and full-time work experience. These are the requirements from most of the states for state nomination. Shailesh Pathak is asking, hi sir, 75 points for EN in South Australia. What are the chances for 190 or 189? So Shailesh, you must be aware that enrolled nurses are not eligible for 189. Okay, so they are only eligible for 190, bless you. They're only eligible for 190 and 491. So you're not eligible for 189 at all. Now, when we talk about 491 and 190 in South Australia, if you meet the criteria, that's fine. But we also have, I can have a quick look how many enrolled nurses are there in South Australia in total. If you pay attention to my screen, I'm showing the number of EOIs for enrolled nurses in South Australia. Yeah. I was just closing that because sometimes accidentally you click that button. It shows you the whole thing. All right. So in South Australia, we have 497 people have ticked 190 in South Australia with EN as a skills assessment. And you can see we have actually over 1,000 people with 75 plus and higher points. But remember one thing, these people can also be offshore. Some of them could be offshore as well. And also, a lot of people do multiple different EOIs as well. So there would be even more people. So realistically, there would be around, say, maybe, I think between 350 to 400 ENs in South Australia. And I don't think all of them will get invited. So you need to weigh your options. What is your current visa? If your visa is running out and if your employer is happy to give you employer-sponsored visa, you can go in that direction. Or start preparing in that direction, because in South Australia, we have different options. You can get a visa under DAMA labor agreement. You can also get a standard business sponsor 482. You can also get even 494 as well. So there are different options. So weigh your options, Shailesh. But if your visa is valid for another 8 or 9 months, you still have a lot of time to be invited from South Australia as EN. Okay.
Ramna Brad, sir, how many EYs for Baker in
I can have a quick look for Baker.
Baker.
Remember, Ramna, there would be lots of bakers as well, because a lot of bakers also come from offshore too. And surprisingly, they're not like big numbers though. New South Wales only has 70 and only 50. So there are not a lot of bakers. But the problem here is they don't invite a lot of bakers. That's a big challenge. They don't invite a lot of bakers. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, all right. So I've got a question coming from, yes.
That's all
Do you
right.
want to share something?
It's okay.
Antique ambience, sir. Will Western Australia invite accountants this year or not? Losing all hope. I have been working as an accountant in Western Australia. So Antique ambience, if you are currently working as an accountant, if you think the Western Australia may not invite you, okay, so start getting ready for employer-sponsored visa too. If you are currently working and if your employer is happy to help you with sponsorship. Remember, guys, you never know when it's gonna click, so don't get disheartened. Okay, always keep your tempo high, your momentum high, and things will work out for you. Okay. Newman is asking, is it mandatory to get employment assessed through VetAssess or just claiming points in EOIs? Look, Newman, you can claim points on whatever the points. You can claim points for your work experience as long as you are able to justify. Okay, as long as you are able to justify with the help of evidence.
Sanjay Gupta, community worker backlog. I'm working as a community sport worker.
And Metro 80 points. And which Metro is it?
Community sport worker. Is it included in that community worker?
I'll ask that question in a minute. So first of all, I want to mention here. So this is the backlog for EOIs as a community worker. So your question specifically says, Sanjay, your question specifically say, I'm working as a community support worker. So community support worker, community support worker generally, when it is a support worker, it is not a skill level 2 occupation. Okay, so you need to be mindful.
It comes under skill level 4.
I think community support worker is skill level 2. Let me have a quick look.
Is it shared or not?
No, I will share if I need. So community support worker, community support worker is occupation at skill level 2.
That's fine.
So community support worker seems to be fine in that sense because it shows skill level 2. Okay, just give me one sec. I can show you here. So you could be employed as a community support worker and you could still be eligible. You'll be eligible for that. Now, if you are in Metro, I'm not sure whether it is in New South Wales or in Sydney. So New South Wales, Sydney, or it is in Melbourne. Based on that, 80 points seem to be okay to me. But obviously, moving to regional, anywhere, whether it is New South Wales or Melbourne, would increase your chances and will also unlock your 491 options too. So you need to weigh your options, and these are based on your current duration of your current visa or validity of your current visa.
How many EOIs for life scientists NEC 23,459 and in Victoria for 190? Like my shoe.
Just give me one sec.
Life scientist.
There would be lots of EOIs for this occupation, especially.
So you were in life scientist.
Yeah. So life scientist is a generic kind of occupation. So lots of people can get skills assessment as a life scientist. So
there are not many people.
Yeah, not many people. Not many, because lots of them they get invited to. Life scientists, NEC, not a lot of people.
20 people. Yeah,
but again,
20 people.
Such a generic kind of occupation, you have to be mindful that states may not invite many. Let's have a look at 189 round data and figure out how many people got invited in the past. What was the occupation code? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to share this here. And life scientist occupation code was 2345999. So let's check here. Do Control F. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, double 9. Check 2, 3, 4, 5, double 9.
Oh,
so they didn't invite 2, 3, 4, 5, double 9. They didn't invite any life scientists in the latest round.
Yeah.
And what date that was? So this round occurred on in the month of May 2024. Other round data has not come, but there were no life scientists invited in that round. So that's the problem. So if they don't invite them, no matter how many points you are sitting at, it is worthless for you. I can also have a quick look of whether they invited any life scientists in another rounds. So we're not even here either. So probably you do have a good occupation which is not competitive, but they're not inviting a lot of people. Okay.
Newman, does it make any difference in decision if the employment is assessed by metasis versus just claiming points and provide evidence to see you at visa?
Look, Newman, this question, because there is a lot of
this is a technical question.
Very technical question. You may, if you, I can't really recommend you much just on live show. I would recommend you to book appointment. So I really need to know the story
we
before.
We need to know your documents and see your documents, that what they said.
What the documents say. On the basis of that, will make that decision. So please book appointment, and I'll be happy to address your question.
Sanjay Gupta, I'm planning to do a graduate diploma of early childhood. Is it a good decision? Sanjay Gupta, we will need to know your scenario, that what you had done before.
Yeah.
So if there is any urgency that you will need to do this one, then obviously we can recommend you.
There could be other pathways.
You can just talk with us maybe on Monday. So you can just call me. I will know your scenario. Then we will recommend you if it is a good decision, and we will plan for admission too as well.
Yeah. Okay. Or you can also send us a message on WhatsApp +614521692000. If it is just an admission related query, you can also
even we can see that what you have done before, so we can make a decision on that basis.
All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to stay with you guys on TikTok. I'm going to let our Facebook and YouTube go. So that's all for Facebook and YouTube. We are going to end our live on Facebook and YouTube. If you guys are watching us live for the first time, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. And we will continue to answer questions, some more questions on TikTok, so as to keep our TikTok community happy. Okay. All the best to everyone who is watching us on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you guys on next Friday about the same time. And if you have any questions, if you are not on TikTok, then you can, if you want to discuss your options, your PR pathways, just book appointment with us from our website. Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.